All right, so welcome to my ship tour of Wonder of the Seas. I did previous ship tours on this, but I broke them up into different segments. This one is going to be one complete ship tour all on one video. So we're going to start at the top and work our way down. And so right now we're going to look at the Royal Suite class, which includes Sky Class and Star Class suites. Sky Class includes grand suites, loft suites, and up, and then Star Class are the two-bedroom aqua theater suites, royal loft suites. Those are the ones that come with a genie, but the suite class includes access to coastal kitchen, suites, lounge, and the suite sun deck. So first thing we're going to do is check these areas out. And right now we're on deck 17, and we'll go up to deck 18 on the suite sun deck next. So to access the suite lounge and coastal kitchen, you go to deck 17. It's on the port side, and all these rooms here on deck 17 near the lounge are grand suites. We're on the starboard side, probably a better location. There's less traffic, but it's open for lunch right now. Gonna get a quick look around. First is the suites lounge. Here you go. And during the day, they have little snacks here. Right now, we just have cookies. And of course, you have your coffee machine, hot water, and our lovely staff. Hello, good. And then sometimes they have little sandwiches and snacks here. But here is the coastal kitchen, and they have the bar that faces in. So there is your bar. And there are your servers serving key lime pie. And there's Shireen. She's going to be on my video of my grand tour of Wonder of the Seas. All right, time to go to the suite sun deck. All right, so deck 18, starboard side. It's a card entry to get in, and this deck has loft suites. Here is the suite sun deck. We're at Coco Cay today, so won't be a lot of people here today, but there's all kinds of places to sit here in the shade. As you can see, we're gonna just keep on walking over here, and here's your bar. Hello. Even if it's hot and sunny, you can sit out here. You can get yourself a nice drink. And here's the loungers, and over here is your infinity pool. You can actually access this from either side, port or starboard. So here is your infinity pool. As you can see, really nice. Someone's over here. Have in-water loungers. So that is your suite sun deck. It comes with amenities for Sky and Star Class suites. That's a grand suites and up. All right, so we are gonna give you a quick little rundown on deck 16. We are on the back of the ship. We have the social 13 to 17 kids social 100, and Sports Zone is out here in the back of the ship. They have one flow rider, and they have a miniature golf and a play area, and we'll just show you that. I'm not going to go into too much detail. I'm trying to keep this video in a relatively short fashion. So I'll show you here. They have the ping pong tables. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, they got the ping pong tables here. And over here they have the El Loco Fresh. All right. Sports court over here. Here is your boardwalk, which we will see on a future portion of this video later on. Here you can see the Windjammer on deck 15. There's your miniature golf. Here is your El Loco Fresh, and it's actually open for breakfast. And they have the bar here, today's special, the Blue Hawaiian. Right now we're at Coco Cay, so it's not open for lunch. It will open later. And this is your El Loco Fresh. And as you can see over there, they got the children's kind of a climbing area instead of another flow rider. Here's one of your freestyle Cokes right there. And here is your El Loco Fresh. They are gonna be getting ready for lunch soon. Look at these little desserts they have. These are really nice. Tres Leches, that's what that's called. Interesting. There's your El Loco Fresh. Deck 16. Here's a bird's eye view of the smoking side of the pool deck. Super Mario's office is right down there. We'll see that later. Here is your Central Park, and there is your other pool deck. Notice they have the infinity pools on both sides. This is on deck 16. And there is your lime and the coconut. There. The DJ will be setting up here in a little while. There is your Central Park. All right, so there is a bird's eye view with some of the casitas, deck 16 towards the back of the ship. There is your ship model of Wonder of the Seas right here, deck 16 in the back of the ship. Check out my video on the ship model tour. Well, the solarium will be a little below us, but Hooked Seafood is here on deck 16 forward, and it's an upcharge. It's very good. If you like seafood, highly recommend it. So that is your deck 16. It's the only thing forward here, but it does overlook the solarium, so which we will see next. All right, so deck 15. We are already forward, and forward on deck 15 on Wonder of the Seas is the solarium, and it has the two cantilevered hot tubs. This one happens to be closed for the moment, but I'm gonna just sneak in here and show you. It's huge. Look at that, it's beautiful. It's got TVs to watch. It's got the geodesic dome above. But that is one of the cantilevered hot tubs, and here is the solarium. And this is for 18 and older only. And above is Hooked, and down here is the Solarium Bistro, which is open for breakfast and everyday lunch on sea days and dinner nightly. You can make reservations there. It's complimentary, but this is climate controlled solarium. Really nice. There's a solarium bar right over there. It's a big one. It's much bigger than the other Oasis class ships. Here's a hot tub. You have another level down here. You got cushy seats. Again, this is air conditioned. And you see down on the level below, little in-water loungers and pools. So this is a huge solarium. And there is the bar. Here is another pool. Actually, I think this is a hot tub. And there's your bar. So inside there is the Solarium Bistro. Hooked is up there. And that is your climate controlled. Here's your Big Ape hot tub Lots of seating in here, but again, it's nice that it's air conditioned. And it has a different vibe at night. So there you go. So before we continue, the pool deck on deck 15, the entrance to Solarium Bistro is on the inside, deck 15 forward. And the hours are posted. 8 to 10 a.m. breakfast, lunch 11:30 to 2:30 p.m., dinner 5:30 till 9 o'clock p.m. That's the Solarium Bistro. Now you can exit out to the main pool deck over here or to the side, which we're going to do because I want to show you the cool feature of Wonder of the Seas, the only ship you'll see this on, unless Utopia has it. This is this little bar out here. So it's before you get into the solarium, it's this little bar. And at night, it's got a really cool vibe. So you need to check that one out. All right, so here on deck 15, just giving you a bird's eye view of Central Park. We have Giovanni's Italian kitchen over there. We'll see that later. You got Park Cafe that's open. You got the Trellis Bar. You got Chops. And we'll see all that. But this is just your bird's eye view of the pools and the Perfect Storm water slides. Cyclone, Supercell, and Typhoon. There's 3 of them here. All right, so moving on. So this is what they call a beach pool. More hot tubs. Nice colorful decor. And you have another section of the lime and the coconut bar over here. Your sprinkles is right over here in the center between the two, port and aft. We're walking towards the back of the ship. So we're on the starboard side, but in between the two, you have your sprinkles soft serve right over here. And here is your lime and the coconut lower level, deck 15. And we're on the smoking side right now. But plenty of chairs. We're gonna go see if Super Mario's in his office. No, he's not in his office. But his office is set up over here. He's only on the ship for just a few weeks. Here's another pool, another beach type pool. And I'll show you his office. This is actually one of the nicer locations he's got because he gets way back here in the corner. So there you go. And he's got a nice sign. And that's his little office. And up next is a tour of the Windjammer during lunch, which I already recorded, but I'm going to stick it next. And also the Mason jar. Get a look inside the Mason jar. And that rounds out deck 15. Working our way downward on our ship tour. All right, so deck 15, we have Windjammer. And we're going to sneak in the backside. We're going to sneak in the exit. And they do have a hand wash station even over here. We're sneaking through in the backside of the Windjammer because we just want to show you some of the things. Some beverage stations there. All right, we're going to see up here. This is lunch. It's going to be very limited lunch because it's here for Coco Cay Day. So we're going to look through here and it's got your typical selection. You got a little section here that's got like kid size. It's down at knee-high level. Little kid foods. Here's your typical stuff. I mean, it's just typical stuff. And it's a great Windjammer. It's really big, spread out. It features the window wrapping around all the way both sides. Here's your little dessert section. Here's your little red velvet cake cups. I really love those. Those are good. Want more ice cream? Those are good. And then sitting in the back, this is a quiet area. A lot of people sit over here. There's a beverage station. But you can see lots of window seating all the way around. And then here is the horseshoe, it gets quiet back here. So anyway, that's one of the best places to sit at the Windjammer. So there you go, there's the Windjammer, deck 15. Okay, so one of my hidden gems on deck 15 is the mason jar. So it's right to the left of the entrance to the Windjammer. And right now it is closed because we're in Coco Cay, but they have brunch on select sea days, the first day of the cruise and one of the sea days at the end. They are open for dinner every night. And at night they have the Country Trio Crew. Country Crew Trio. They play over here. It can get pretty loud. Notice these speakers. And it's a good time, but it's an earful. And this is the bar. You can sit here at night, have some drinks. I love the drink menu here. I love the PB&J Old Fashioned. And they do have mini bites late nights on most nights. And then here is the restaurant. Is it as good as Cracker Barrel? I don't know. But it's not bad. I recommend the brunch instead of the dinner. It's a little pricey, but you know, you can come here and order some food. You can get your drinks and sit here in your rocking chairs. So that is your mason jar, but it's a good spot to come in at night, get a few drinks, maybe before the band starts playing, because it can get pretty loud in here at night. So there is mason jar, deck 15. All right, so continuing our tour of Wonder of the Seas, deck 16. This is the upper portion of the pool deck. As you can see here, it is now 6 a.m. ship time, so there's not a lot of activity. And these are the casitas that you can rent. They're more expensive on sea days. Could be $400. Port days are a little less. Here's some of the hot tubs. The infinity hot tubs. Here is your lime and the coconut upper deck. They have one down on deck 15, which we will see. And here is the other pools here. Bird's eye view of Splashaway Bay and a beach pool over there. Another hot tub over there. Got the Perfect Storm water slides. And this is an area we can cross over to the other side. It's this big gantry here that is unique to Wonder of the Seas. So let's continue the tour. All right, here's an interesting feature. This is where the suites sun deck would be for the other Oasis class ships, older than this ship, such as Harmony, Symphony, etc. But this same spot, they made it into a teenage hangout, social 100 the patio, ages 13 and 17, older only. So that's what they gave the teens, a nice little area there. So for teens, that's a really, really good perk. So moving on forward on deck 16, we're going to show you the solarium. All right, just to make this a comprehensive tour, there's only a few things on deck 14. We'll cover them briefly. On the aft, we have the card room. And then on the front, we have Adventure Ocean and the Royal Escape Room. So we'll take a quick peek of the card room. Other than that, that's going to be it. You use your hand there to open this up. There's glass, so you have to be careful. Don't walk into the glass. So that is the card room. Okay, and there's no deck 13 on this ship, so deck 12. The only thing here in public space is Wonderland Imaginative Cuisine. And you'll see on the elevators the Mad Hatter and other decor. But here is Wonderland Imaginative Cuisine through the looking glass, kind of like an Alice in Wonderland theme. And you can actually just come here to the bar and have drinks if you want. You can sit here while your table is ready, walk through the magic doorway, don't go around it. It's another place to sit while your table is being prepared. Here is your host. And this is a very, very cool restaurant. Again, the bar, you can just come sit and have drinks at the bar. The menus are really cool. The menus are made so you color palette your own menu, and you wipe it like this, and then the menu magically appears if you give it some time. So that's how that works. But then they give you a paper copy in case you don't have the patience to wait for this to all appear. But anyway, you paint your own color palette. And this is more areas of seating for the bar. Again, more seating for the lounge, but the actual restaurant's down here. Candelabras on the table. Really cool. Fun fact on the Allure of the Seas, this space is still the concierge lounge, but when it gets dry dock in 2025, probably going to be one of these. So that is your deck 12 Wonderland Imaginative Cuisine. All right, so deck 9, the only thing publicly available here besides staterooms is Music Hall. It's a 2-story, and right now it's closed, but we can't get into it. We can look really quick. Music Hall. A Music Hall is 2 levels. So deck 9 is the top level, and then you can go down the stairs or enter deck 8. They have live music and other multi-use events in here. So that is Music Hall, deck 9 and deck 8, Wonder of the Seas. Okay, moving down to deck 8. Again, it's the first main entrance for Music Hall, but the big feature of deck 8 is one of the sweet neighborhoods. Not the sweet neighborhoods, one of the 8 neighborhoods. It's Central Park. Oasis class ships introduced this concept, Oasis of the Seas, the first Central Park. Living plants, they have an actual horticulturist. And here is one of the premier restaurants you must try, 150 Central Park. We have Chops Grill. Here you see your Central Park balconies. I prefer those over the boardwalk balconies. You also have Central Park view interiors. Here is the Rising Tide Bar. The tide is high. But here is Central Park. They got Chateaubriand and venison and really different things. It's elegant dining at its finest. They have the sounds of the birds chirped in. They have live plants. They have the living wall. 2 living walls. Orchids don't do very well out here in the sea. So here is your trellis bar. There's one of your little walkways. And the Park Cafe is complimentary, open for breakfast and lunch. So here is one of the prettier views walking through the park. And the birds chirped in. Little places to sit. And they have a few other restaurants in here in addition to Chops. So right over here is a little place to sit under the protection of glass in case it rains. Park Cafe, open for breakfast. Will be open for breakfast soon. And that home of, for lunch, the famous Kummelweck roast beef sandwich. Here is your Giovanni's Italian Kitchen. First ship with the new concept of the Giovanni's Italian Kitchen. They had the Italian table. This is a little bit different menu. And I've eaten here before. There was times when they would keep these doors open at night. These are like sliding doors, and the music from outside was too loud. But anyway, so that's Giovanni's Italian Kitchen. And so lots of restaurants here. On some ships, they'll have the wine bar, the Vintages wine bar. But this is all part of Giovanni's Italian Kitchen. And over here, you got a couple of shops left. Regalia, Fine Jewelry, and Effie. So that'll round out your Central Park. It's always nice to walk here at night. Take a stroll in Central Park. Moving on down to Deck 6. Well, the big feature of Deck 6, both back and front. In the front, we have the Vitality Spa and Cafe and Fitness Center. And in the back, we have the Boardwalk, which we will see. But here is your Vitality SC, and the cafe is open most of the mornings until evening, and you can get your beverage packages work here. You get smoothies, juices, little snacks in the morning, granola bars and things. Now let's go check out the gym. All right, they used to have Peloton bikes here, but they took them out because the sound wasn't working and I couldn't get the video feed hooked up. So lots of cardio equipment, lots of machines. They got free weights. They got stretching classes. They have cycle classes. And we had to turn the clocks back an hour this morning. So normally it wouldn't be this crowded at 6:30 in the morning. But anyway, more treadmills over there, weights and things. So that is your Vitality Cafe, Spa, and Fitness Center. And to go to the jogging track, this is one of the ways down to Deck 5. Go down the stairs, and Deck 5 is the jogging track. All right, Deck 5, the heart of the ship. This is where much of the action happens. You have the Royal Theater, which is actually on Decks 4 and 5, at the upper level, here at the front of the ship. And the heart of the ship, the Royal Promenade, and then I will show you that. And the main dining room is in the back, actually, in Decks 3, 4, and 5. So let's take a look at Deck 5. And here we go, the heart of the ship, the Royal Promenade. Very similar to what you'll see on Harmony of the Seas. You have your boleros over here, slightly different decor. You have your Starbucks standalone kiosk. This Starbucks, you cannot use your drink package here or refreshment package. It is all on board charges. And you can use your Starbucks gift cards here, but it's like a regular Starbucks. Look at these. Ooh, macadamia. So there's your Starbucks, your boleros. Here's one of your art pieces here in the center. Okay. And here is your Spotlight Karaoke. Used to be called the On Air Club on other ships. Well, probably still is, but it's even bigger and better for Wonder of the Seas. There it is. It's like a real karaoke bar. Here you have your promenade staterooms. And of course, lots of shops and kiosks. And you have your Sorrento's Pizza and your Cafe Promenade. Cafe Promenade is open for breakfast in most of the day. It's open almost 24 hours. Complimentary, and pizza, same thing. Got your Freestyle Cokes here. Cask and Clipper. This is your signature pub. They have a pub singer every night. There is your Sorrento's. And here is another shop. The band plays up here at night. Here is your next cruise. Well, they're always willing to help you book your next cruise. Here's your 65.5 Mustang. Your obligatory car. Here is your Cafe Promenade, one of the probably 14 ways to have breakfast on the ship. And this is unusual that this many people are up this early in the morning. It's 6:35 ship time, but we turn back an hour, so everyone feels like it's 7:35. So things are a little more crowded than normally at 6:30 in the morning. Here's guest services. Here is your Rising Tide bar. And there is the Bionic bar. More shops. Your robotic bartenders at your service. And then we wind up deck 5 with the main dining room, which is on decks 3, 4, and 5. Walking to the back of the ship, and breakfast is open in the for breakfast probably on deck 3. And here's menus from for the breakfast, typical breakfast stuff. So that is your deck 5, heart of the ship on Wonder of the Seas. All right, so now at the back of the ship on deck 6, we have the boardwalk. It is early. It is 6:35 ship time, so not a lot happening here, but I'm going to give you a brief rundown. Complimentary boardwalk doghouse. You got a few little arcade games here. You got your carousel. Looks like we have a little sun shower going on at Sugar Beach. Here is your Playmaker sports bar and arcade. One of the largest ones in the fleet. You can get burgers, wings. There is a charge for that. Interestingly, it's right across from Johnny Rockets. I'm going to do a burger challenge, 2024 edition burger challenge, Johnny Rockets versus Playmakers. So stay tuned for that. Johnny Rockets does have complimentary breakfast. And since it's a sea day, they open at 8 o'clock for breakfast. And here are the boardwalk view balconies, but there are a few boardwalk view interiors, as you can see there. And then your ultimate abyss dry slides. And rounding out, the Aqua Theater is in the back. You have your rock climbing walls you can actually access from the boardwalk here. Big rock climbing walls. And here is the Aqua Theater. 20-meter diving platforms. Intense is the name of the show. So that is your boardwalk on Wonder of the Seas. We got one more little thing to show you on deck 6. All right, so as we are showing you the last portions of deck 6, over here on the starboard side, you have the shore excursions kiosks and your photo gallery and your nice view of the Royal Promenade. So we have a couple of things over here. The loyalty desk is here on deck 6, adjacent to the schooner bar. Here is your schooner bar with its upgraded menu, new drinks, including the toasted marshmallow old-fashioned Tropic Thunder or something like that. Anyway, so there is your schooner bar. Sometimes at night the music kind of drowns out from noise out there and in here, so not ideal, but it's typical piano bar. Now on Icon they have the dueling piano bar. But here is your schooner bar, and that rounds out your deck 6. One thing to note, if you want to go from deck 6 forward to aft, you have to go up or down. You can't go across and circumnavigate, but on Icon you can, just FYI. So deck 6, Wonder of the Seas. Okay. All right, continuing on our tour, deck 4, we're going to go back to front. So deck 4 is Entertainment Place, one of the 7 neighborhoods. And in the aft of the ship, we got the dining room, which is on decks 3, 4, and 5. We have Izumi here in the back. You have the casino, Studio B. We're going to show you all that stuff. So the main dining room here, and deck 3 is open for breakfast in the morning here, and the hours are 8 o'clock. So we will not spare you. No, we will spare you seeing the dining room. How about we see it? All right, hang on. Okay, your exclusive look. Oh, your exclusive look at the dining room. This is deck 4. It's got plenty of space here for entrance, but it's very nice carpeting. It's a nice dining room. So take a look at this real quick, in case you'd like to see the dining room. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? So we're on deck 4. You can see it's up to deck 5 to deck 3. So 3 stories. 3 stories. There's your dining room. Stay tuned for Izumi next. So on the port side, deck 4, you have Izumi. Both hibachi and sushi are located in here on deck 4. So that's where you go. And it's all a la carte. So check it out. Okay, so also deck 4, part of Entertainment Place. We have the Casino Royale, and I did a complete casino tour already. So I'm not going to go through this individually, but we'll see you on the other side. Okay, so when you exit the casino and walk all the way forward, you then go to the Entertainment Place. Here is your Studio B ice skating. Here is the Attic Comedy Club. We got some good comedians this week. And also on deck 4 forward, besides the Royal Theater, we have the Crown Lounge, which is a card entry, formerly known as Diamond Lounge. And there you go. They got coffee 24 hours. Some continental breakfast items that'll be coming out soon. And the Comedy Club, they're going to do an art auction, looks like. We saw the Royal Theater. And last but not least, the Casino Royale non-smoking. They called this the Golden Room originally, but that is the Casino Royale non-smoking. Well, thanks for watching my full ship tour on Wonder of the Seas. Hope you enjoyed it, and please hit that like button. Don't forget to do that. And if you're not already subscribing, please subscribe for much more content for the total cruise experience. And we'll see you later, coming from another Royal Caribbean cruise ship near you.